I don't
Testing.
remember my recipes. I have.
You just wing it. In five, four, three, two, one. Welcome everyone to Sid's Foodcast episode 2. Now, okay, before it was Sid's Food Podcast, and we're still working around with the title. We're now Sid's Foodcast. Welcome. If this is your first time in the show, thank you for bearing with me in the first episode. um, Now, again, this is a podcast about food and our love for food and all types of the spectrum. Whether you're a foodie, an eater, a critic, or even a picky eater, that's fine as well. As long as you eat, you're welcome. And as long as you have something to say about food, you're welcome. My guest for today is my friend from Cebu Lit Fest, Francis. Say what's up, Francis. Woo!
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What is happening? Um, First off, can what have we told you about apologizing to your audience? Hi guys.
I have.
Sid and I have worked before, and we've talked about apologizing to your audience at the very start of anything you do. So like, it's an inside joke for all of us from Cebu Lit Fest,
uh, I guess it goes to show that how people you think that are confident, they're not really as confident as you think they are.
which is true.
But yeah, but yeah, the reason why I wanted Francis to talk on the show, and of course he'll have his opportunity to talk about himself more, is um, I got always intrigued by people who would post food in their social media, and some people would post a lot of shitty kind of food. Some people, right now, I think with the trend of the coronavirus and all that, the trend is about sourdough bread here in the West. And I think it also started with the Dalgona coffee. But way before that one, Francis has always been posting food. And I would always comment about his food all the time consistently. He's one of the OG people who would post food on the internet, and
Don't
not
make it sound like I was at the beginning of Instagram.
no, and but not in a way that's kind of like food photography, something professional. No, that's not the thing that I wanted to talk about. Something it's really just about normal, ordinary people with the day jobs and all that one who post food, and it's really something that's interesting for me. And for some people, it's not, but I want to go with that in that point of discussion. But first, you can introduce yourself, tell people what's up and what you do and all that.
Hi guys, after all that talking from Sid, my name is Francis, and as Sid said, I'm from Cebu Lit Fest. We've been working together for a while now, doing doing workshops in poetry, and we've had a few shows together. Well, we've opened a few shows together, me and Sid, along with others. Um, I don't know how this figures into the topic at hand, but we'll see.
It gives you people will give it'll give a background on what you're like. So
Oh
what are
my
you
God,
currently?
if they're trying to make sense of what I'm like good luck
It
because
sheds light of your personality.
there are a lot of idiosyncrasies in my personality and my life. So
And that's awesome,
best of luck.
Okay, so first thing at hand, um, what is your last meal before this show? What was your last meal before the show?
Um, I had dinner because it's like evening here right now. Um, I had pork belly,
Oh, can you be more
deep
specific?
fried. Well, rendered pork belly, I guess.
Oh,
We say pinakupsan in Cebuano. So
what's
it's
pinakupsan?
basically
Oh, go.
pinakupsan is from the word kupos, which is shrinking, which is what the meat does if you render out the fat.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically rendering, think bacon without the curing.
Oils. Oh, the
Yeah.
curing. Mm-hmm. Basically,
It's
you're
like
cooking it with
straight
your
up
own
pork
fat.
belly, put it in a pan, and just wait for the fat to come out and have it fry in its own fat.
Do you see sa pinakupsan, what's the usual um seasoning or ingredients? You put
Just,
salt
well,
and
my
pepper, that's
mom
it?
just does salt, pepper, garlic.
Mm. Of course, we always pair that with rice and some sort of
Yes.
vegetable, pickled vegetable.
No, that's the thing. I'm not a big fan of vinegar, so I'm not a big fan
Oh,
of pickles.
oh, come on. Francis is canceled.
Yes, yes.
Why?
Wanna know what else will cancel me? I don't like garlic and onion, so
Are you Filipino? Give me your Filipino card right now.
excuse me. Even though I hate garlic and onion and vinegar, you can't revoke my Filipino card because I can still qualify as aswang.
So- um, but why though? Like, but
I
it's
don't
not
know.
it's not like you hate it enough that you wouldn't use it in your cooking. No, you would still use it,
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. It's like
you would put it aside when you eat it.
I
Like so.
eat a lot of adobo, and I think I don't like the smell of it.
Oh,
Vinegar, I mean. I
oh.
don't like. Well, I have a chemical engineering background, and for some reason, the smell of vinegar is too um laboratory for me.
Oh, yeah. I
It reminds me a lot of like fermentation laboratory experiments back in college. Although I've hated vinegar way before that. But yeah,
flashback.
flashback.
Oh,
I
okay.
just found a reason to hate it.
Well, you would think that one of the main components of Filipino cuisine is vinegar, diba? You would
Mm,
always think if it's Filipino cuisine, there's always soy sauce, there's always garlic, and there's always vinegar. Like even you could omit garlic, but there's always vinegar.
not
Even
always.
Oh yeah, of course. But in
I
the
was like,
mainstays for Filipino dishes, they even said
yep.
that the earlier version of adobo. Okay, this is just me trying to pretend to be a food historian. They always say that the records said that the early version of adobo is just vinegar. There's no soy sauce. Yeah,
Yeah, that would make sense actually,
yeah.
because it would be easier to make vinegar than to make soy sauce in the
Mm.
Philippines.
Yeah. Just a little bit of knowledge for people out there. For that one listener, you got that knowledge from us. Subscribe to Sid's Foodcast.
And then for that one listener who decides to fact check us,
I'm sorry, don't cancel us. But yeah,
we
I
get
think so.
flagged for
Yeah.
misinformation.
Anyways, what did I have? Okay, I had Thai chicken curry, but not the authentic one. We just had packets. With here in America, obviously we have almost everything is put in like really like easy to get packets. So we had that Thai curry packets. So
Hmm.
my mom just had to marinate the packet, put a little bit of soy sauce and
You
garlic.
marinate the packet.
No, no, like put the sauce from the packet. So it's basically just like a no, not a sauce. It's like a paste. Like if you get
Yeah.
like tomato paste, it's
Yes, I
just
know what a Thai curry from a packet looks like.
okay. Okay. So she placed it in a pot, put some soy sauce and onions, and then put chicken and just marinate it for about like 30 minutes, and that's it. Oh, I think she put also eggs. I'm not sure that if like in Thai cuisine they would put eggs in their curry, but in
That's
Filipino
what you're having an issue with.
no, no, no. But in
I
Filipino
already
food we
questioned when you said soy sauce.
I don't know, but it tastes good. And
Like how
that's
much soy sauce?
uh, I don't, I'm not sure. I wasn't there when she was cooking it. She just mentioned it.
No.
But that's the thing of home cooked meals, you know? It could be innovative, or it could bastardize the cuisine. So Thai
Yeah, that's the thing
people,
because no one is looking.
yeah, don't cancel us. Anyways, yeah, it was really good. I paired it up with rice. Oh, it was really good. So I had like 4 pieces of chicken.
Amateur.
Oh, dude, like the size of chicken here is way different. It was way different.
Dude, I've had chicken there.
Oh, I don't know.
I've gone to a KFC there.
They would always say that
I
it's.
still decimated the bucket.
Oh, did you deserve to have your own mukbang?
No, people won't want to watch me disembowel a chicken.
They would usually look for a cute girl who would eat a lot of food.
Yeah, I'm like, people who look like they don't eat.
Like, ugh, what is this
That's the
guy?
most fun to look at.
Oh, wait, where is that? Packets. I mean, if you go to the grocery here, they would always say it's hormone free. It's like free range chicken, but it's really big. I'm not sure if it's just
Yeah,
American chicken, or it
I
just
think it's
I
the variety of chicken, or like the breed, I guess.
maybe it's maybe it's just like that over time. No, it's really big, and like for us Filipinos, like we're not used to it, and I would think, oh, this is sketchy. Is this really, hormone free injections, like free range
But the
chicken?
thing
But
is that
still,
I've
yeah.
been seeing, sorry, I've been seeing, what do you call this? I've been seeing bigger and bigger chicken in the groceries now. Like I would buy quarter cut chicken and it looks like half the chicken is there. So
And it's still cheap,
the
diba?
chicken is getting bigger here too.
Oh, and it's still cheap. It's still the same price.
What is,
The chicken, even if it's bigger in
yeah,
size. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, but it's still good though. I don't. It's not like to the point that I wouldn't eat it. Just this is
yeah.
something that I would like think of. It's not really this big, But probably it's just the place kind of thing. Maybe the
See, that's
chicken
the
thing.
thing too. Like if I'm watching like Food Network or some other cooking video on YouTube, they would say like you get like a drumstick or a thigh part per person, and I'm like, that don't make sense with the chicken in the Philippines. Like,
Yeah.
how are you gonna give one person just the drumstick? Like, you're gonna be rude and they're gonna be mad. Then I realized when the first time I went there, oh, now I see. They have giant chicken.
Yeah, they have
I
like
don't want to
big
see their
portions.
turkey.
Yeah, but I want to go with people posting food in the internet. It could be nothing, it could be something, or it could be everything. I got that one from a section in a YouTube video. So again, Francis has always been posting a lot of food, in Instagram, and it was um it's so good in picture that I would even comment like, "What's your next thing?" And I even would get an idea of, "Oh, I want to cook that one," or "I want to have that idea, to like probably do this one maybe next week and all that one." Um, and have you ever had that some sort of interaction or attraction with people like commenting with your posts of food, like, "Hey dude, like that's so good," or like, "It's just me."
Well, most of the time the reactions are mostly, can I have it delivered to my house? Or like, why don't you cook that for me? I'm like, don't be rude. I cooked it for myself. But yeah, the thing is, when people, I don't know, when people, first off, let's start with people taking pictures of their food. Um, I guess it's because we now have uh, easily accessible cameras on our phones. So we like if we see if our food looks good and we want to share that, I guess, to the people who follow us. It's easier now, and it's also a great way to. It's a quick memory, basically.
But even
Like, oh yeah, like a year from now, it shows up on your timeline. Yeah, I ate there. Why didn't I go back then? So
but that
it's that.
culture kind of thing, it became so prevalent that it became like some sort of a meme for the millennial um, generation like us. Like every like it even became some sort of a meme that um, people would pray before their meals, and mental millennials would always take a photo before your meal. But
It's true.
yeah, to the point that it may seem annoying, but I, I guess like for us, it's just like, oh, I want to, oh, this is so good. I want to take a picture of it. But some people even
Yeah.
capitalize that one too because of Instagram culture. They
Mm.
would share it in a way that, hey, it's not like, hey, this is my food, I like it and I want to remember it, but hey, this is my food and you can't afford it. I don't know. Like sometimes I would see Instagram and I would see people like sharing their love for food because they love food. But I would see other people sharing, oh, this is what I had, another mimosa or another, like, I don't know, like another avocado toast and all that stuff. But I can feel it, like they share it because for clout. And I'm not like dissing them, but it's just something that I see.
But
But
you
for
are.
yeah, but I am low key. But for you though, it's not just about restaurants. It's not just about sharing food about restaurants. But specifically, I was really intrigued about people cooking in their own home and then like sharing it. You know, and especially if it's. I think the psychology for me and why I'm really intrigued is especially for people who do not like they're not really chefs or they're not in that business, but
Hmm.
for me to see people like doing their experimenting, like it's not just like the everyday food, but if I see people like doing like air fried Korean chicken in their own home, or let's say they would make, what food would be so difficult to make at home but easy to order? um,
Tempura.
Tempura.
Yep.
Difficult ba? Mm.
It's once you get the system done, you can get into the
Mm.
swing of
Yeah,
things.
like let's say like tempura, you know.
But it's hard. But it's hard to get that batter just right. So.
Mm. Yeah, let's say tempura. It's so taxing. It could be it's a long process, and then people make it at home, and I know it's something that I really enjoy. It's ganang in Bisaya like gi haguan ba, because it's something that you share with your family or by yourself, and then
Mm.
and just probably just mm, the factor that it's a delight to see normal people who are not like chefs or not in the restaurant business like doing this shit. It's something that it warms my heart, I guess, and I would say, oh, that's a good job, or like dude, like I want to try that one, like that for me is specifically in that spectrum of trying new things at home. That's something that I really enjoy when people share that. But how about you? Do you have something to say about people like
Well,
posting?
if you're talking about trying something new, like people have been having a lot more time to try something new at home. That's why we're getting a lot of amateur sourdough bakers, and
Yeah, and
we're getting
I
a
don't
flood
hate
of
that.
ube pandesal in our feeds.
Mm. Yeah, I think, di ba, unsay mga trend right now, especially TikTok. TikTok has been a place. Are you in TikTok?
No.
No. TikTok has been a place. I don't have time for that.
Like, no, I just wait for it to show up on Facebook.
Oh yeah, TikTok has been a place for amateur chefs or home cooks. It's
Hmm.
easier and it's more personal, I think, because if you go to YouTube, it's you would always see like professionals or like you would see not not even to the point that they own restaurants, but YouTuber like food YouTube that's very high in production. And for us, for us like normal people, for us mga dukha, um, it's
We don't have that
we
production value.
yeah, we would feel intimidated. But then when TikTok came along, you would see normal people just using their phone, like telling about their food or showing their food, and or even to the point like they would share their steps in cooking their food, and it's something that we could relate even more. And in the trend
Yeah.
during the corona, of course, what were the trends? I think the first week was
Dalgona.
dalgona coffee. Have you tried?
I was like, no, that's one thing I didn't jump onto. I was looking at all this stuff and all the people doing it, and I'm like, why? You have so much time.
Maybe I didn't try that one because I didn't have a egg beater or mixer. Kay kapoy kayo, di ba?
That's
If
sad.
you do it
Yeah.
manually. Yeah, so we had
It's
that.
like it's a workout if you do it manually.
And this is for the, I think the West. So that's Dalgona coffee, and then what else?
No, but with the Philippines being so
Ay, Korean
enamored
di ay
with
no.
Korean culture,
Korean
so
di ay Korean.
we were we
We were
were
sucked
we
in
were
right
right
away.
in the forefront of Dalgona coffee.
Yeah. So Dalgona coffee, and then there was of course the sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Um,
But sourdough bread was already a trend way before, well, not
oh,
way before. Like last year, I've been seeing
from amateur
sourdough
kuan.
bread in my feeds. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
lots of videos being shared, lots of blogs being shared about how to make your own starter and how to keep your starter alive,
Yeah,
things like that.
it's like a baby. I
It
saw like a video of Erwan,
You
and it's like
feed the thing like it's a blob.
like
Like
you have to
I
remember
know what's happening, but still, like my nerd self is like it's a blob. If
feed
it
me, master.
mutates for some reason, we're gonna have a disaster in our hands.
And that's one thing that I'm really intrigued with baking, and something that I'm also intimidated by, because they always say baking is always measurements. It's always about precise
Which is
measurements.
which is actually
Something that people
what
like,
should
you know?
not be intimidating about it.
The apple for me, I would always
Because
like
like
taste test, when I cook.
that's the thing, because like
And you can't taste test.
I bake, I bake, and my mom doesn't usually. And whenever I'm baking, she would come in and say, "Can we add this or can we add that to make it?" No, don't.
Oh, diba?
Especially if it's my first time baking something. I'm like, nope. Don't mess with the thing before you've made it for the first time.
Mhm.
Don't do it. This is not like something on the stove that you can augment or you can tweak.
This
Like
is
you can keep tweaking until it's done. Once it's in the oven, it's like it's in the hands of fate.
and, and you would say, Mom, this is what chemical engineering does, I'm applying what I
I'm
learned in
not that
college.
rude.
But
I'm not
still,
that rude.
it
I'm raised I'm raised in a you don't talk smack in this house unless you can handle a smack in this house.
but I mean, that's a thing for me. Something that's fascinating na if you really follow the it's more, I think it's a balance about of really following precise
Mm-mm.
instructions, and then
The thing about baking is that there are precise measurements and there are precise instructions and there are precise temperatures. So if anything goes wrong, it's easier to troubleshoot.
mm, oh really? Oh, bitaw bitaw.
Yeah, because like and you're not running around trying to fix something while it's on the flame. You take it out, it's done, and you look at your product and say, this could be fluffier, this could be more golden. So what do I do for the next batch? You
Yeah,
don't have to keep chasing your ongoing project. You can do it in increments.
I get
So
you. I get you. The thing is, like,
so
you
you
can't.
can see why I prefer baking over cooking.
But you can't.
This is like my whole college life all over again.
But you can't taste it and during
You
the
can taste it
process, and then like
after. Like,
like so you have to do it all over
why do you
again.
even want to taste something that's in the oven?
No, 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 but no. And it's not like, but when you're cooking, when you're cooking, when you're it's in the flame, you can taste it. Like, it needs a little bit more salt. Like probably I
Yeah, but
probably
the thing is,
didn't leave
like,
it.
if you keep tasting what you're cooking, you're gonna keep adjusting it because your tongue is your palate is gonna get used to how you flavored it, and it's not gonna be as intense. So you tend to like. That's how some amateur cooks end up with
Mm,
oversalted dishes
that's
because
true.
like they taste it once and add salt,
Mm-hmm.
and then they taste it again, and their palate has adjusted, and it still needs salt, so they keep adding and adding and adding,
That's true, and I think moments in that,
and suddenly it's like the sea is in the pot.
I think that the balance is always just it's food is just really science and artistry for me. Like
Yeah,
even
there's a lot of instinct involved in cooking
mm,
because like once you get a certain it's like you get a certain skill level and you can figure out whether or not it's gonna turn out good.
mm-hmm.
With baking, you get to a certain skill level and you're still looking at proportions. Like
Bitaw.
in bake the thing with baking is like it's funny because you can't scale up directly.
That's true.
Like for example, because like if you say you doubled your batch, there are some I've seen some bakers who are like professional bakers who say when you double your batch, you don't double all the amounts and dump them all in one bowl and mix them all together.
Mm,
You actually double your batch. You mix one batch and mix another batch. That way you know that you've mixed it the way it should be mixed
mm,
because the tendency is if you have a lot of ingredients in one bowl, some of it is not going to get mixed
mm-hmm. Yeah,
as well
that's true.
as if you would have like the one
You
batch.
really have to have like it's not like cooking. Like you put in one big pot. Like I can
Yeah,
make. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
that you can adjust the whole thing. And the thing is like sometimes even if you're using certain agents like if you're using both baking powder and baking soda,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly, you don't immediately double the dose if you're doubling the flour.
Oh.
I forgot where I heard that. Like if you double the batch and then they say like say for example they use half a teaspoon of baking powder for one batch, and then I forgot where I saw this, but like they doubled the batch, and then they said instead of using um one full teaspoon of baking powder, they just use 3/4 of a teaspoon. So it's not a direct doubling.
The
I don't know why.
science, man. It's the science.
I know, like I haven't figured it out.
What are the food trends we're going up there? I know ube pandesal. But
Yeah, ube
have you
pandesal
tried?
is
Wait, have you tried making your own sourdough?
no.
No.
Like, are you serious? Like, do you know the room temperature in the Philippines right now?
Bitaw. It's not
It would
suitable.
die. Or like
Day one, wala na.
day one, it's spoiled.
Ube halaya. Is it ube pandesal?
Ube pandesal, like I would rather eat it than make it. Like it's one of
So you
those
like
things,
it?
like
You like it?
how like yeah, it's
I
one of those things like I would rather eat it than make it myself. Like
uh,
no.
I tried it. I tried it without the halaya. I tried ube pandesal with the queso. I don't know
Mm.
if it was just the
You're
batch.
just uncultured.
Wait, no, I'm talking about the taste. I don't know if it was just the batch, but it just tasted like pandesal with food coloring. I'm sorry to say, but it just tasted like that. Or I don't know if
Maybe. Well, I don't want to judge.
I was so excited. I was so excited. Like,
The thing is like the thing is ube pandesal has, depending on the recipe, there are some recipes that use less ube and just add coloring
mm,
initially because ube is not
really for bread.
always that purple.
Okay.
So yeah,
I don't know,
and
but
but like my brother would not touch it.
does it really have a distinct ube taste without the halaya? Have you tried ube pandesal without the halaya inside?
Ube bread,
Mm-hmm.
ube in bread is like nothing.
Just
It's
wala.
just that you're
It's
going
just
after the color because
oh,
like
okay, okay.
it's a starch.
So I was just
So
so
you're
I was just
basically adding another flour into
okay.
your bread.
Oh,
So it's not that distinct.
okay. How about ube halaya? Have you tried it? Obviously, not. There's a big
Making it or
difference.
eating it.
Eating it, eating it.
I used to like my mom back in Manila, like when my mom goes to the market on Saturdays and then like I have to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
The deal was like I stay home but like I get to have ube when you get back.
Ube
Like
halaya.
because there's this ube halaya because there's this vendor of kakanin in the market that makes really great ube halaya. Like it's less jam, more biko in consistency. So it's like
Oh.
one oval of ube halaya that you can spoon with like just it's
Mm.
good.
Okay, I'm saying like
It's not jammy.
I'm being uncultured here. Halaya is not is jam per se, or does it have like coconut shavings, or
I have no idea.
I don't know what
Well,
even
you
what
mean
halaya
like
means.
the halaya? Yeah,
Is
I
halaya
was
exclusive
thinking
for
you were
ube?
that's the only place where I see halaya used, the term halaya
Oh.
used.
Maybe it is for people listening. Comment down below. Is it just an ube thing, or is there such a thing like chocolate halaya or sikwati halaya? We don't know.
Sikwate halaya.
Okay. What? Okay, so we had sourdough, so dalgona. What other trends were there? Did we just
Baked
stop?
sushi for some
Oh yeah,
reason, which
baked
is like
sushi.
offensive to me.
Oh, I saw Erwan made it. I don't
I
know. I don't
I
know what I
know.
feel about baked sushi. Maybe because I haven't tried it.
I know. I haven't tried it, but like the concept for me is like why?
It's already good, diba? Why?
Like it's like what I was talking to someone about it. Like it's like saying you have kinilaw, which is just raw fish for those who are not Filipino. Um, it's raw fish cooked in vinegar. It's like saying that you have kinilaw and you decided to put it on the stove so you can turn it into paksiw, except you just say
You cooked
baked
it.
kinilaw. So like, dude, what's
Oh,
happening? What's this? What's going
oh
on?
my god. Bitaw. I don't know how I feel about it. I, I
I
don't know.
haven't tried it.
I
That's
haven't.
I'm just I'm gonna say that I haven't tried it, but like
Yeah, but I don't know.
it's one of those naming things. Like, why do you still call it a sushi if it's not? Well, to be fair, there are some varieties of sushi where the protein is cooked,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like blowtorched while it's on the
Mm-hmm.
rice. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I've heard any sushi being baked.
Maybe it's a thing of
I'm like,
Kwano.
I like,
You being
I
a
look at the
purist.
people making baked sushi and like, you just wanted to bake a whole tray of rice. Don't lie.
I think it's just it always goes back to the definition of a certain dish. For purists, for some
Yeah.
purists, like you can't mess with it.
No, it's not.
You know.
It's not so much as purist as I think it was Bobby Flay who says it. Like if you see something on the menu, um, Um, and it says like, for example, um, spicy pork buns. Pork buns. Um, when you put the word spicy before pork buns, you've already created an expectation for it.
Mm.
So if the pork buns arrive and they're not the least bit spicy, you've already failed the person eating and you've failed yourself because like lies.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So that's the thing here. Like when you say sushi, people have a concept and an expectation for sushi, and you're trying to subvert that,
Bitaw.
which is not, which is which can go either way. So like you can subvert a conventional dish and it would come out brilliant, and
Mm-hmm.
then you can subvert it and then just fall flat on its face.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 50-50 chance.
Bitaw.
Sometimes more than 50-50
Mm-hmm.
chance.
And there are other experimentations or extensions of a dish that actually are acceptable and are actually even branded as innovative, not bastardized. Like,
Yep.
someone like I don't know.
So yeah.
For example, like adobo, it always has a little bit of sauce, but there's pinatuyong adobo, and
And
it's
adobo Cebuano is different from
oh,
adobo Tagalog.
and it's okay.
You didn't realize that?
Oh no, I know that, and it's different from humba, diba?
Sure.
I know that. um, um, and there are some dishes that they just take it way too far.
Yeah.
What else? Like I'm not sure
Like
with big sushi.
there was a time when the food trend in restaurants was like deconstructed everything.
Deconstructed coffee. They give you boiling water.
Yeah, they give you boiling water and coffee beans. Like
With
for a
the
while, like
hipster shit.
I think, yeah, it was around the turn of early 2000s, I think.
Like 2014, I think 2015 ish. I think.
No,
No,
earlier, I
earlier,
think.
earlier.
Yeah, 2010s, I guess. But yeah, 2014, 2015, yeah.
Um,
And
so
then
like.
like I started watching uh cooking contests,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the contestants would like make a deconstructed something, and like the judges would all be like, uh another deconstructed dish. And then deconstructing something is not bad per se. It's
Mm-hmm.
just that the judges at least felt that
Mm-hmm. And that's
it's the go-to if you tell them be innovative. Okay, let's deconstruct the burger.
like lazy innovation.
Yeah, it's like that's new. Nobody deconstructed a soup before, but okay.
It's like kind of deconstructed salad. So it's basically you just preparing all the ingredients.
No, you just give the vegetables to the person whole.
um, um, you being like being innovative in extending the definition of something. Yeah, that's true. Like some work, some like some of the dishes would work. I've tried. Speaking of deconstructed, I've tried deconstructed lumpia from what's it called in BF Paranaque. It's called Manang's. Dude, it's so good. It's
You're talking about lumpiang hubad.
no, not lumpia. As in it in the menu it says no, like it's lumpiang. I forgot. It's
Hubad.
basically open. It's open.
Lumpiang hubad.
What I don't, I'm not. What's ang lumpiang hubad is open.
Look, basically, it's lumpia without the wrapper. Well, not
Oh
without the
no.
wrapper,
It's
but
not
like
like that.
it's not
It's
rolled up.
look. I'll mention it to you. It it's okonomiyaki but Filipino. It's like
Now, here we
that.
go.
You know, it's basically four or three or four
So it's
layers of
open-faced taco without,
yeah, like
but
that.
Filipino.
It's it's open. It's like an open faced taco or okonomiyaki, but they would put the okonomiyaki sauce. Oh wait, thinking about it, I don't think it's that deconstructed, but it's good though.
It's an okonomiyaki, and then it's being presented so that it can be consumed by the Filipino masses.
Yeah, I think so. So it's basically instead of putting
Para
like,
to
instead of
make it more
saying,
accessible.
yeah, it's instead of putting bonito flakes and all that stuff, it's basically lumpia wrapper, lumpia filling, open, and then putting okonomiyaki sauce. But it's
Wait,
go
if
it.
it's in para, yeah, I think I know which one you're referring to. If it's in Paranaque.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I don't. I'm not sure if it's deconstructed now when I described it, but it's good. It's good. And one thing
It's not
also.
deconstructed. It's just unrolled.
And speaking about an extension and sharing food in the internet, I I shared a Facebook story. I think it was an Instagram story about tocino with rice. Remember this? Do you remember about this one?
No,
No, it's
which one?
it's tocino, but instead of having the tocino flavor, I put gochujang. So it's
Oh
gochujang.
God,
it's tocino is supposed to be sweet, diba? It's red and all that. And I think, what if I made like a Korean Filipino fusion out from my fridge? So I have
dude, it's not tocino anymore.
I have I have leftover gochujang. I have gochugaru, and no. I have kimchi and gochujang, and then I cooked the tocino. But before that, I marinated it with gochujang sauce. I mean gochujang paste, and then cooked it, and it was bomb. And then somebody commented like, "You don't mess with tocino." Oh, what's up with that?
Yeah, you don't mess with tocino.
But it's
You don't
good.
mess with tocino. Like seriously, like there is a brand of processed meats here. Well, it's a meat company. They have uh they have meats that are like cuts of meat, and they also have processed meat products. And their tocino, oh my God, like it is offensive to me. They try. I felt like the thought process was good. Like I think they tried to make tocino healthier.
Oh yeah,
In the end, they did not have tocino
yeah.
because like there are some things that have to be there. Like there are defining things that have to be there in any, especially if it's a traditional dish or a traditional food item. There are things that have to be there. Like say for example, you always hear chefs refer to pancetta as bacon but not smoked, right? So they can call it bacon, basically. So what happened with the tocino, I don't think they used Prague powder, which is what makes it pink
Mm-hmm.
and gives it that certain, I don't know, I think they used less sugar and then no Prague powder and things like that, and they started substituting it. Their tocino had black pepper in it. So I'm like, why? What is this? And it had enough black pepper in it that you can feel it up your nose. That kind of innovation. And I'm like, this is not tocino anymore. They should not market this as tocino anymore.
What would you call it? Just cured
I don't know. Cured meat, salt and pepper.
meat.
It was closer to pancetta than it was to tocino.
But are you a fan of tocino?
I love tocino. Like
And do you like it?
I would.
It's like something you would eat every day.
Yes,
And do you like it a little bit more caramelized or a little bit more soft in the soft side?
you cook it in water before you add oil.
Like hot dogs and like chorizo, right?
No, you don't boil tocino.
You just you just let it simmer for a bit with water.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like when you said hot dogs, we're like, what?
But
You're gonna
people
dip
boil hot
tocino
dogs.
in like alcohol?
I don't boil hot dogs. I just simmer hot dogs and then fry.
All right, sure, whatever.
There's somebody doing some sort of garden situation.
Yeah,
They're mowing their
but yeah,
lawn.
like I anyway, back to Tocino. I prefer it not dry.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, because like some places serve you tocino that's like
Really dry.
directly fried. Yeah,
Mm.
and it's like tapa instead of
Oh,
tocino because
tapa,
like
like jerky-ish kind of
yeah,
texture. I don't like that. I like tocino that I cut it with my fork or with my spoon.
yeah.
Yeah, that.
And the thing is like the funny thing is the direct translation of tocino is bacon.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, but where did I see it? I think I saw it online. I think I saw it online where they had a bacon, the label of a bacon, and it was translated into
Tocino.
Spanish, French, and things like that. And one of the terms was like tocino. I'm like,
Mm.
rude. My life is a lie.
This is not Tocino.
This is not tocino. Like, don't be rude.
And let's go with. You already mentioned tocino is one of your favorite dishes to eat. So, what are your, let's say, all-time favorite dishes? Home cooked. Okay, dishes.
God.
Faves.
Um, alright, I'm already stuck because like, is it my favorite or do I just eat a lot of it
I
because
mean,
it's being cooked all the time?
like if you could
Well, it's
request.
one thing.
Mm.
One thing that I have never gotten tired of is chicken.
How do you cook
Like
chicken?
you can literally give me chicken every day for a week or 2 weeks and I would not complain.
Well, it's not a
Of course,
dish
don't.
though.
Yeah, because, but like you can do all things with chicken.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Like you can give me chicken every day. I'm
Me
fine.
too. I'm a
You
big
can
fan
give
of
me
chicken.
fried chicken for like 3 days straight and I would not complain.
Mm-hmm. That's true. What else?
But like yeah, um, I'm a noodle person, so
Oh, okay.
like
Favorite? What's your favorite?
noodle, egg noodles, so pancit basically,
Pancit.
or
How do you like your
or
pancit?
I like my pancit slightly drier than most people would, especially if it's pancit canton, not the Lucky Me kind,
Mm-hmm.
the actual pancit canton,
Oh,
but like
but I thought pancit
yeah,
canton would have different. They were different noodles.
pancit canton is one of those dishes again that is approached differently depending on
Mm,
where you are.
that's true.
Yeah,
Not a
but
fan, but
my mom makes a great bam e that
bami.
is that's a mixed noodle. For those who don't know, it's a mixed noodle. It's like pancit canton and sotanghon, which is rice vermicelli noodles
Mm-hmm.
together with egg noodles. So and it's stir fried.
Uh,
Is it stir fried?
I would
Yeah, it's stir fried.
I would put I would always put palabok as my number one kind of pancit. I got palabok, and then I would get pancit. What it's like glass. It's still It's glass noodles, but not chapche, but Filipino. What's that? Pancit. I think it's pancit malabon. I like pancit malabon, and then sotanghon would probably be my last.
Pancit palabon is basically a drier palabok. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I like that. Maybe that's my second. I did not know
So it's
that.
basically the same noodle.
Pancit
It's the same
malabon
dish
is
but
just
different
dried
noodles.
palabok, people.
Don't at me.
Cancel people from Malabon. Cancel Francis.
Don't at me. But like in my mind, it's always like Pancit Malabon has bigger noodles.
Yeah.
So
Um.
like, and it's slightly drier.
Okay. So let's go with food. Food that you would love to eat outside, like in a restaurant, but not at home. Either whatever, either it's because
Ooh,
it's too hard to order or too hard to cook, or maybe it's just it tastes good outside. Like like
dim
like
sum.
yeah, man, dim sum, obviously.
Like, give me a conveyor belt of dim sum,
Dude,
and then
dim
some.
sum, my comfort food. Dim sum break is my comfort food. Starting today, I'm gonna keep mentioning dim sum break until they, you know, until they cancel me or until they
They sponsor
sponsor
you.
me. Just I'm gonna have a dedicated episode on why I love dim sum break so much. Like, as in, like, that dim sum break has a special place in my heart. You know, but
Memories,
but yeah,
nostalgia.
as yeah, I remember dim sum break that they weren't serving the steamed rice in plastic cups. It was glass. I remember that when I was a kid.
How old were you?
I don't.
Because like I only started eating steamed rice. Um, and by steamed rice, the people who don't know what we're talking about, steamed rice is basically it's steamed fried rice. It's fried rice with a meat and gravy topping, and it's just steamed in the bowl.
And it's just
Not
heavenly.
the steamed rice where you take
It's
the
just
rice and just put it in a steamer.
no,
No,
it's
it's
just
steamed
heavenly.
fried rice.
It's a
It's
whole different
basically
game.
a
And
rice
Manila
bowl.
has
It's a
to
whole
catch up.
different. Yeah, because like I I didn't eat steamed rice until I moved to Cebu
Oh,
because
maybe that's why you didn't get that one when I talked about when dim sum break was serving steamed rice in
yeah, I wasn't that
glass.
old.
Yeah, man.
But I
It's
did
a
like
different discussion. It's a different discussion.
yeah, it's a different story.
What else? Dim sum, obviously, it's because of it's good. It's just way better
I
outside,
did
or it's because
I did try making dim sum at
because it's
home.
hard. It's difficult to make it
It's
at
not
home.
hard.
Really,
It's not hard actually. It's just it takes a long time.
especially with the steam component with shomai,
No, the
hakao.
wrapping component.
Oh, okay.
It's the wrapping component that takes a while.
Okay. What else? What else? What other foods would you order outside but not eat it at home?
Um, I don't know, fast food? No, but I eat that at home. Um, pizza, like really good pizza.
Pizza.
Because like there's nothing better than a pizza that's still hot from the oven.
Yes.
Even though I will wait until it
hmm
cools down a bit. I'm not a monster.
What do you are you a fan of thin crust? Are you a fan with what do you call the pan? Is it hand tossed pizza? What do you like?
Hand tossed or thin crust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm more of a thin crust, but that would depend on where I'm
Where
eating.
would you usually have it in Cebu? Like if you're
Sorry, I'm a Shakey's person.
really
Yes. I used
shakies
to love
shakies is
Pizza
good.
Hut, but
hmm
then something happened
But not
because
shakies is good.
like
You know.
Shakey's is good, and the bonus is like you get mojos,
hmm
so everything is all is well.
I think people would love shakies if they like thick crusts, like doughy crusts. I think that's the thing for Pizza Hut. So shakies, they're more of a thin crust kind of fast food. Like,
No, they give you an option, man.
oh really? Oh yeah,
Hand
I would,
tossed.
yeah, I would choose shakies over Pizza Hut because of spaghetti with meatballs. That's it for me. Like,
I think it's also a difference in method because Pizza Hut has always been a pan pizza,
that's true.
and Shakey's has never been a pan pizza.
How about Domino's though? Yellow Cab. These are like I like
What Domino's?
Domino's pizza. Is there
I never
Domino's?
got Domino's pizza here.
Oh, there's no Domino. Oh, okay. I think it's just in Manila. I think Yellow
Yeah, it's
Cab.
in Manila.
Yellow Cab.
Yellow Cab is like is good, but like It's not something you would immediately think of,
Mm. Some people love the yellow cab.
mostly because
I'm okay with the yellow cab. Okay.
it's the price range that turns
Uh,
people off, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Prob if I could pick, how about restaurant level? Like it's not fast food, so another tier.
Ramen,
Mm. There's a lot though. There's a lot of
because
ramen
like
spots in
no,
Cebu.
yeah,
So, what kind
and
of
it's and
ramen
there's
and where?
and there's there's always a controversy between Ikosha and Yushoken.
Okay.
So
Where's Ikosha? Is it?
Ikosha Ramen is in there's a branch in JY and there's a branch in Robinson's Gallery.
Mm. Well, I'm just gonna put this in the show notes in the comment section in the description, so people could look.
Ikosha Ramen.
And then where's the
Ikosha
other one?
Ramen. Yushoken is in Oak Ridge
Uh,
in AS Fortuna.
mhm. And what is your go-to? Like, what is your favorite ramen, and where would you have it?
If I'm going to Yushoken, it's always the tsukemen, which is like the dipping
Mm.
style. If I'm going to Ikosha, it's their I forgot what they call it. It's their pork, the one with their pork chashu thing,
Mm. Oh,
and it's always with firm noodles. Don't give me those soggy noodles; it's gonna
no.
return to the kitchen.
Al dente comprende.
Like, like I don't get why people like want soft noodles in their
I don't
ramen
know
when it's
anyone.
served.
I don't know anyone who would like soft.
No, but it's an option, so
I
like,
know it's an option, but
so like people order that
yeah,
thing. I'm like, why?
personally I don't know anyone, and if there is
I mean,
somebody,
you're supposed to slurp it, but like
yeah,
not that
hmm
hard.
if there's somebody who likes soft noodles, unfriend me.
Don't talk to me, or
Don't
like
talk to
don't
me.
just don't eat ramen with me.
Yeah. And
There will be words.
ramen is just the ultimate, like, is just one of the best comfort food, you know, especially if you're
Yeah, but it's
having
like,
a bad day. Like dim sum break is there, but also if you're having a bad day, or if you just wanna, if your mind is so heavy, like you're so stressed out, go ramen. You know that, like,
yeah,
definitely. You know, it's I don't.
something about
It's
a
the
bowl
broth.
of
It's the broth.
noodles and broth.
Mhm. It's the broth,
I
and
don't even finish the broth in ramen, and like I'm just there for the noodles.
because sometimes ramen broth are too pungent or too strong at times. Nah, you can't slurp it
Yeah.
all the way. But I had some ramens that are, you know, um, that
Did
are
you just
okay.
say ramens?
Ramen. Quote me on that one. Ramens. But there are some ramen spots that are really good with the broth that's not too strong, that I could really finish everything. But um, yeah, I think that's just one of the types of meal that I would love to have if I'm really stressed out and if I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to be talking with ramen.
Yeah, it's not something that you would like to have a casual conversation. It's something like I
It's
need
a
to focus.
great first date though.
Really?
Yeah, like if the person can handle you at your ramen, they can
Yeah,
handle
that's
you
true.
anywhere.
That's true. But obviously, if it's something that if it's a new spot, you would always have to go with the usual go tos like shoyu,
Yeah.
yeah, shoyu miso ramen, and it's easier to. I think that's the reference point to see if that
hmm
is a good ramen spot, not the specials.
Because if they can,
Hmm.
if they can do the basics right, you know they can do the all the frills right.
Yeah. Okay. So the last question: if you could have one dish that you would like to have right now, or probably all time that you haven't eaten, what would it be?
I haven't eaten.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's too
Mm,
constricting. Just one dish you would like to have right now, anywhere in
right
the world.
now. Okay.
Before we end this.
Ooh, let's see. What do I want to have? Um, you know what? I haven't had a good rib in a while. Like ribs.
Like,
Like
specify what
there's
kind of
not
ribs.
baby back ribs that are barbecued
Oh
or
my
like
god.
smoked and slathered on with like properly slathered on with barbecue sauce. Like straight up barbecue sauce, none
Mm-hmm.
of that fancy stuff. I did have some ribs from a place, I'm not gonna say where. I had it delivered to the house, and both my brother and I ate it, and we were like, why does it feel like there's a blueberry in the barbecue sauce? Like, I'm all for innovation, but like something is off with the balance of this sauce.
Yeah.
Like, I can literally taste the blueberry. What is this? Cheesecake sauce? But yeah,
Okay,
we're
baby
kind of
back
arty that
ribs.
way.
Baby
Baby
back
back ribs,
ribs
yeah,
with
definitely.
buttered corn and with mashed potatoes.
No, mashed
No,
potato.
mashed potatoes. Yeah.
Gotta be mashed
Do you
potato.
know where? Where would you like to have it? Or
But the funny thing is, like, I love the Casa Verde ribs,
hmm
but for some reason I like the visual of a Kenny Rogers rib.
mm. But there are really, these are really commercial spots. No? But
Yeah,
are there pit
really out of
masters
the
there?
way.
Like,
I don't know, but like the bleachers in near SM City Cebu does brisket, but
mm,
then you don't go there for the ribs. They do
oh,
have ribs, I think,
mm,
but you don't go there for the rib. You go there for the brisket.
I
So
see. All right. So one meal that Francis would have, like if he could have it right now, he would devour ribs right now.
yes, feel free to send it to my house. Thanks.
All right, and that's an hour already.
I know.
It was that fast.
Notice how we derailed your topic.
And that's going to be a trend, We would have a structure and
I
we would
know.
not follow.
Yeah, so distracted.
Yeah, but anyways, it was still fun, and I guess people could get something out of this. You know,
We hope.
we hope they would know, the reference point in knowing a good ramen from a good ramen spot, the history of adobo, the bastardization of tocino by me, and all the rest. If you love this, if you don't love this, please comment down below. Um,
If you don't love this, please comment down below.
yeah,
Or no, no, don't comment down below. Email us.
email me and why I deserve to be canceled. Hey, and thank you so much for listening. And again, keep loving food and tell us what you think. This is an adventure of a lifetime. We will always eat from womb to tomb. That's not the
Well, not
catchphrase for
from
this
womb.
one.
Not from womb.
Oh yeah, from first poop to first from tomb. Anyways, we're done. We're done here. All right. Bye.
Bye.